Let review new curriculum for professional education. Part 3A, 50 actual let questions with Rationale. This is JM Pedagogical Blog Review. Direction: you may get your note to answer and to record your score. There's a timer for each question. You are free to pause the video if the given time is limited for you. Do not hesitate to finish this video, for you are the next licensed professional teacher. Okay, let's get started. C. Idealism. Stresses the importance of ideas, mind, and intellectual development. Teachers are viewed as authoritative figures who transmit enduring truths, often through lectures and memorization of classical knowledge like grammar rules. B. Mrs. Leica, who is administering a test to her students. Assessment refers to the process of gathering information about student learning to make informed decisions about their progress and instruction. Administering a test is a direct way of collecting data on student knowledge and skills, which is a key component of assessment. C. Lifelong education for all. This is a hallmark of the new paradigm. It emphasizes continuous learning beyond formal schooling, adapting to personal, social, and professional growth throughout life. B. Speak with the student privately to discuss the impact of their behavior. This is the most professional and empathetic approach. It respects the student's dignity, allows for understanding the root cause, and opens the door for support or solutions. D. Peer groups. As adolescents seek autonomy from parents, they often turn to friends for validation, empathy, and belonging. Peer groups become a primary emotional anchor during this developmental phase. A. Social reconstructionism. This philosophy advocates using education as a tool to reform society. It supports programs like Scouting and CAT that promote civic responsibility, leadership, and character building to create a better social order. D. Ms. Apuli, who gave a pre-unit assessment on fractions to a middle school math class. Performed diagnostic assessment. A pre-unit assessment on fractions given before instruction is a textbook example of diagnostic assessment. It identifies students' prior knowledge and misconceptions to inform teaching strategies. A. The exploration of concepts of cultural diversity, similarities, and prejudices to promote cultural understanding. This directly reflects the goals of multicultural education, which aims to foster respect, inclusion, and understanding across diverse cultural backgrounds. B. Law of exercise. This law states that connections are strengthened through practice and weakened when practice is discontinued. Mr. Martin's use of regular practice problems directly applies this principle to reinforce learning. A. Reinforce learning. Instructional aids such as visuals, manipulatives, charts, and models help clarify concepts, support retention, and deepen understanding. They complement teaching and strengthen student engagement with the material. D. Perennialism. Advocates for a curriculum centered on timeless, universal truths and classical knowledge. It believes education should focus on enduring ideas that have shaped civilization. D. Skills. Refers to the ability to perform tasks or actions proficiently. Showing how to play basketball assesses physical and procedural skills such as coordination, technique, and execution. D. Multicultural education. Specifically designed to include diverse cultural and ethnic perspectives in teaching materials. It promotes inclusion, respect, and understanding across different backgrounds. A. Differentiating instruction by offering concrete examples for younger students and abstract reasoning tasks for older students. This aligns with Piaget's theory of cognitive development, which states that younger children, in the concrete operational stage, learn best through hands-on, concrete experiences, while older students, in the formal operational stage, can handle abstract thinking and reasoning. B. Laws. In cognitive learning and science, laws refer to principles that are firmly established, thoroughly tested, and consistently observed across contexts. They describe predictable relationships, example, Thorndike's law of effect. A. Social problem. Reconstructionism is an educational philosophy that views schools as agents for social change. It emphasizes addressing real-world issues such as poverty, inequality, injustice, through education to help build a better society. C. Predictive. This type of validity evaluates how well a test forecasts future performance. If the pre-board exam results can explain or predict how students will perform in a licensure exam, it demonstrates predictive validity. C. Multicultural education. Recognizes and values diverse cultural perspectives, challenges dominant narratives and promotes equity in curriculum and pedagogy, central to affirming marginalized voices in academic discourse. C. Impose minimum requirements and conditions upon which school may operate. This reflects the constitutional mandate of reasonable supervision and regulation. The state ensures quality and compliance without controlling internal operations. C. Flip-flopping. Refers to shifting from one activity to another without clear transitions or closure. Causes confusion and disrupts student focus due to lack of sequencing. D. Not on bread alone is man to live, but on every utterance that comes from mouth of God. This focuses on spiritual sustenance and faith, not on humanitarian action toward others. Hence, it does not align directly with the doctrine of education for humanitarianism. B. It puts non-linguistically intelligent at a disadvantage. Paper-pencil tests primarily assess linguistic and logical mathematical intelligences. Learners strong in bodily kinesthetic, musical, spatial, or interpersonal intelligences may not perform well, even if they understand the content. C. Learning to do. Focuses on applying knowledge in practical, productive ways. Encourages skills for innovation, entrepreneurship, and employability. Directly aligns with job creation and transforming ideas into action. A. Commonwealth government. Under the Commonwealth era, 1935 to 1946, laws were enacted recognizing teachers as persons in authority, giving them legal protection and reinforcing their role in maintaining discipline and order in schools. A. Special education. Focuses on individualized instruction and support for learners with exceptionalities, including behavioral, emotional, and developmental disorders like ADHD. Uses specialized strategies, accommodations, and interventions tailored to each learner's needs. C. Confucianism. Emphasizes respect for tradition, rituals, and moral education. Strongly influenced Filipino values through Chinese cultural integration, especially in reverence for elders, teachers, and ceremonial practices. Its impact is seen in structured school rituals and moral instruction. D. Multiple foci. Refers to a task's ability to assess multiple learning targets or domains simultaneously, ideal for integrated performance tasks that measure knowledge, skills, and values in one authentic activity. C. Gender is socially and culturally constructed. Gender refers to the roles, behaviors, and expectations assigned to individuals based on their perceived sex. These roles vary across cultures and time periods, shaped by societal norms and values. D. Attract the best available talents through adequate remuneration. The Constitution explicitly states that prioritizing education in the national budget aims to attract qualified educators by offering competitive compensation. D. Environment. Watson and other behaviorists emphasize that behavior is shaped primarily by environmental stimuli and experiences. They believe that development is largely a result of learning and conditioning, not innate traits. C. To have a sympathetic attitude for the people of the community. Understanding local customs fosters empathy, respect, and cultural sensitivity. Helps the teacher connect meaningfully with learners and families, promoting inclusive and responsive education. D. Equity principle. Recognizes and respects individual differences in learning styles, expression, and context. Allows flexibility in how students present their work while ensuring fairness through required learning evidence. Promotes inclusive assessment by valuing diverse approaches. B. Employ education to regain parts of a lost children and to facilitate the experiences that support healthy social, emotional, and intellectual growth and development. Education offers structure, healing, and hope. It helps children rebuild identity, develop resilience, and reintegrate into society. Supports holistic recovery emotionally, socially, and cognitively. D. Filipino is the Tagalog of the Tagalog-speaking provinces. Filipino is based on Tagalog, but it is a developing language that incorporates elements from other Philippine languages and dialects. This statement oversimplifies and misrepresents the constitutional definition. A. Lifelong learning. Teacher development initiatives aim to foster continuous professional growth, reflective practice, and adaptability. Encourages educators to stay updated, innovate, and evolve throughout their careers. A. Vocational and health education. During the Japanese occupation, 1942 to 1945, education in the Philippines focused on vocational training, manual labor, and health education to make Filipinos self-sufficient and productive under Japanese rule. D. Evaluating. Involves making judgments about the quality or value of student work based on established criteria, goes beyond scoring. It interprets results to determine merit, effectiveness, or achievement. C. Tension between long-term and short-term considerations. This tension reflects the struggle between immediate gratification and the need for sustained, strategic efforts, common in policymaking, education reform, and development work where lasting change takes time. C. Budget. A financial plan that estimates revenue and expenses over a specific future period, used to guide spending, track financial goals, and adjust strategies periodically, common in households, businesses, and government planning. D. Continuing professional development. Focuses on the development of ethical reasoning, values, and character. Directly aligns with Teacher A's emphasis on ethics in values education. Encourages students to reflect on right and wrong, justice, integrity, and responsibility. C. Moral education. Focuses on the development of ethical reasoning, values, and character. Directly aligns with Teacher A's emphasis on ethics in values education. Encourages students to reflect on right and wrong, justice, integrity, and responsibility. B. Formative assessment. This aligns with assessment for learning, which is used during instruction to monitor student progress, provide feedback, and guide teaching adjustments to improve learning outcomes. C. Learning to do. Implies a shift from mere skill to competence, meaning the ability to apply knowledge, skills, and attitudes effectively in real-life situations, combining technical ability with adaptability and creativity. C. They desire for easy and quick money. Many scams exploit people's desire for fast returns or effortless wealth. Victims are often lured by promises of high profits with little risk or effort. C. How do you want your students to learn? Ralph Tyler's first fundamental principle focuses on defining the objectives and goals of the school. He emphasized identifying the needs of students, society, and subject matter. How do you want your students to learn? Addresses the methods and strategies used to achieve the objectives, which is a later step in Tyler's model. D. Reproduction of species. This is a biological function, not an educational or social function of schools. It relates to family and human biology, not to education. C. After instruction. Assessment of learning is summative in nature. It is conducted after teaching to evaluate what students have learned, used for grading, certification, and reporting outcomes. B. Flexible. Employers value adaptability in a globalized economy. Flexible workers can handle shifting roles, diverse teams, and evolving technologies, especially important in remote work, cross-cultural collaboration, and fast-paced industries. A. Frequent trips with Grab promo fares and freebies. While travel can be enjoyable, frequent spending even on promos can strain finances. This strategy lacks long-term financial planning and may reduce retirement savings. C. Learning to live together. Focuses on developing empathy, respect, cooperation, and social harmony. Encourages learners to understand others, resolve conflicts peacefully, and appreciate diversity. Empathy is a core value in this pillar. How many correct answers did you get in this review? You may share it on the comment box. I hope you got a passing score and you learn as well. Good luck, Let Passers and Top Notcher, claim it. Congratulations to the March 2025 Let Passer. Congratulations teachers on passing the board exams. Your hard work and dedication have paid off. This achievement is just the beginning of a bright future ahead. Wishing you continued success in all your endeavors. The next video will appear on screen. Click it to watch, or you may choose the playlist for more related videos.